Ladies and gentlemen, it is Tall, the Traveling Clat, here with some somber, very horrible video. No jokes, no funny intro this time. I just want to honor what we're about to watch. I'm going to say right now, not everybody's going to politically agree with Yarden Bibas. Not everybody's going to agree with his request to end the war, as those clips are going viral right now. But if I can amplify his message more on my platform as well, it's an honor for me to do so. So he came out with an interview yesterday that's slowly going viral. And I think it's important that we all listen to him, considering what he went through. And I got this just a quick excerpt that I saw on social media I wanted to react to.
They were murdered in cold blood, bare hands. They used to tell me, doesn't matter, you get a new wife, get a new kids, better wife, better kids.
They said that to you?
Yeah, many times. Many times.
I witnessed a young woman who was being tortured by the terrorists. I mean, literal, torture.
They made you watch it?
Yeah. I saw sexual assault with female hostages.
They shaved the men's heads and private parts.
Yes, this is true.
Do you know why?
I think they thought maybe it amused them or, humiliated. I felt humiliated.
They discovered one of the guards liked back rubs.
The exchange was that he will get a massage every day and he will bring us some more food. Sometimes the water tastes like blood, sometimes like iron, sometimes it was so salty that you could not drink it, but you don't have anything else.
This is David. I know him from first grade. And this is his younger brother, Ariel. We did everything together. Now I'm having probably the hardest thing I have to move with my life, and David is not with me. I lost my wife and kids. Sharon must not lose her husband.
You're thinking about who's left behind.
Mm-hmm.
He and the others are fighting for those left behind while still in their own pain.
I don't want to overspeak or say anything extra for these people. Everything that they say, whether it's something we agree with or we don't agree with, is something we should take very much towards our hearts, because they have been through the worst possible experience. Now, first and foremost, I implore everybody to go and watch the entire interview. Watch the whole thing. Don't listen to him out of context. Don't listen to them out of context. Listen to everything that they said. I haven't had a chance to actually listen to it yet. I've seen a lot of pieces of it because they've been circulating, but I haven't had a chance to watch the entire thing. But go watch the entire thing. That's first and foremost, the most important thing. But what I can say is, I think that every single Columbia student, college student, I want to say that they need to watch this, but even if they watch it, they'd find a way in their fucked up morality to make an excuse for it. I really think the reality is that they need to take field trips with Hamas. And I don't say this as a joke. If there was a way to facilitate having these random Westerners take a field trip to Gaza, to Hamas, specifically to Hamas, in the context of being a Jew. Because it's not enough to just go there as a propagandist like Jackson Hinkle per se. To go there in the context of a captured Jew, as a captured Israeli captive, and see what a horrors would unfold in front of your eyes. Maybe it would make you reconsider your stance. But in reality, there's no way to ever facilitate something like this. So it's just a truth. It's just the truth, the objective truth, that Yarden Bibas, that all these captured hostages, the male and the female, that have been abused, that have been tortured, are going to have to live with for the rest of their lives. And they don't get justice. They don't get the world standing up for them. That's why we show up. That's why we're here. That's why it's me and Sar and Barak, Mansour, just to name a few, Ashley Waxman, Rawan Osman, Luai Ahmed. That's why we show up. That's why we've been showing up. It's for them. First and foremost, it's for them. Because he can amplify his voice on this show. He can amplify his voice on TV series. But at some point, the news cycle will stop. And then it's over. This is why we show up. We show up because these are the real voiceless. They don't have a voice. They're going to be platformed now, but that's going to go away. And then people will forget. And he's going to, you know, and I hate to say this in a way like this because he's never really going to move on with his life. He's endured the worst pain a human being can endure, which is losing your wife and kids in front of your eyes and watching the whole world. You know, I don't even want to get into it, but he'll never really move on. But eventually his life will move forward. And even he will have to progress forward with his life. And again, I'm not saying that's move past him and his wife and his kids. But, you know, a human being will generally progress towards another point in life. And the war will be over and nobody will be advocating for the evil in October 7th. That's why we show up. It's for this. Remember what he said to you and how they told him, how they taunted him, that he'll get a new wife and kids. Remember the sexual assault. Remember the violence. Remember the horror. Don't forget it. This is why we show up. To keep these stories alive. It's not to victimize ourselves because we're not victims. Okay? We are going to come out of this. We are going to come out of this better and stronger. But we need to keep these stories alive. We need to remember the evils that Hamas and the Palestinian people instilled on us and hold that dear to your heart. And never ever forget it. Ever. Remember who the real Nazis are today. Remember. Don't forget. And definitely don't forgive. Thank you guys so much for watching the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye. If you believe in my content and want to support me, just know your help is needed. There's a bunch of great ways to support me, being PayPal, Buy Me a Coffee, or joining my Patreon community down below. Patreon is the best way to support my channel, and you'll get a bunch of cool perks depending on what tier you join. Another great way to support me is by buying my merchandise on thetravelingclat.com. I regularly drop new merch designs like this beautiful hat, or this amazing shirt, where you can support the channel and get something cool for yourself. I also have an amazing Discord community with people from all over the world. Thank you so much for your support.